Hi folks, today we're going to be talking about buttons as a UI element. This right here is a sneak peek of a bit of the UI stuff that I'm doing for the school for VR. This is going to be a tour. You'll probably recognize this place if you go to Lausanne. Now buttons can do a whole sorts of things when it comes to VR. And right here I'm going to talk about world space buttons. These right here are world space buttons. That means they float in midair and they do a number of amazing things. You can set them to many different methods that you have within your scripts. Like I have a moving method right here that moves me to this new room. And these are moving buttons. You can change the shape. These aren't the default button shape. You can change the font and the lettering of all these buttons. And you can do a lot of other things. Here is some other stuff you can do with the UI. As you can see right here, we have a movie texture and a picture texture right here, just floating there, and we click play. We can play and pause things, as well as playing and pausing entire scenes right here with the click of a button. So let's get into the scripting of this. Hi folks, I'm back. And now I will show you how to code something simple into Unity, like unpausing and pausing a video like I showed you. In the movie texture tutorial I did in the past, we paused and unpaused movie textures with a spacebar. But what if we can use a button to do that instead? And this is pretty simple to do. So let's just get right into it. As you see right here, I have a 3D scene with a movie texture attached to this cube right here and a camera. That's all you really need. Now, today we're going to create a button. For this, I'll show you a shortcut. You don't even need to create a canvas. All you have to do is go straight down to UI, click button, and it automatically creates a canvas right here with an event system as well. You need an event system for this kind of interaction. Now, this button is a little interesting. It's the default settings right now. So click 2D in order to see this canvas. And when we scroll out, we will see the button. If we double click on it right here, the button is in the middle of the canvas. Now we want this somewhere near the bottom of our screen so that we can still see the video. So let's click. There's two things you can do with it. You can either move it up and down with the regular 3D mover, or since we're working in 2D, we can click this button right here or T, and we can move it up and down like this on a UI editor. This is for 2D objects, and it has a locking system to make sure it's perfectly aligned. I would recommend this for any UI work we're doing. Now, this is a nice place. It just says button. What if I don't like the text or the shape? I can change that with whatever I really want to. So let's open the button, and within that button we have text. Now the button just says button. Is in this text box right here. We can change it to pause/play. /play. Make sure that's capitalized as well. And it will automatically show up down here. We can also change the font. Robot font, obviously, because robots. And the color of the text. Let's make that red. And you can also change the shape of the button as a whole. All we need to do is go up to button. We can change the target image. I meant the sprite. Target image is something else. And we can change it to one of these smaller buttons, one of those grayscale buttons, even a check mark, but that doesn't look very good, but I'll go with the grayscale. It looks more robust. And right now, in order to make the button do something, we need to go out and add a method to it. If you'll remember from the past, our movie textures were coded to the get button down jump. Now, what if we change the update in the void update to a whole new thing, a whole new method called click? I'll show you in this method right here. If we change the update and take away the if statement and just change the method signature to click, and then keep everything else pretty much the same, we can go back, let's attach this to Unity real quick, into the UI, the editor right here, and we can now go into onClick. Since I changed the method signature to click, basically any method with the word public and void right in front of it can be used in a button. So let's click this plus sign right here, and we want to keep it on runtime. We need to choose an object first. So let's check the cube object right here, because that's where the movie texture is. And on here we have to choose a function. Now we go over to our movie class, and then we have to find the click method right here. So when we click movie and click, it will do something when we press the button. So when we go into play mode, like usual, it takes a second. And when we click this, it'll automatically play. So that was your intro to buttons. And in the next one, we'll work with sliders and indication sliders as well as interactable sliders. I'll see you then. Bye.